Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple 1 and welcome to Boots on the Ground. If you have anything to offer, please send it to southernpurple1@yahoo.com. Let's get right into it. I work in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina. Last week I parked in a garage close to work in a spot a few over from where I usually do. When I was leaving work, my car gave me a warning of low tire pressure in one tire. I was annoyed, but went right to the tire shop, who repaired it quickly, and I was on my way. Yesterday, I had to park in the same spot again, several spots away from my usual. This time, I came out and both rear tires had screws intentionally drilled into them. I guess I made someone mad parking there. It is my assumption. Please let your audience know to keep Fix-A-Flat and water, extra jack in your car, just in case you need it, because it was an intentional act. Never know who or why the act was done, but plan accordingly to take action. They sent me a follow-up, and they said I posted this information on Nextdoor app, and lo and behold, another person responded they had the same thing happen to their car in another location very close to our office. I'm sure there are others. We both work at the same company, and I will report this to security. We'll let you know what I can find out. Either way, very dangerous for people to be driving with tires in this condition. I didn't include all of the excessive crime, but definitely I'm getting a lot more reports of crime, burglaries, thefts, everything. I think people are desperate. This person said, shortage and crazy high prices starting to reach Northeast Ohio. All these eggs were $4.43. Walmart cat food, slim pickings, and then other things. Walmart butter, $8.58. So they did have a positive, though. The big box of 5 dozen eggs actually came down a couple bucks, so that was good news. This person says, we were at Chase Bank in Sacramento to go to our safety deposit box. The bank employee asked if we pay a fee for our box. We said yes. He said they were phasing out free ones for vets, Sapphire, and Premier members. They also are not offering boxes any longer. The most shocking thing, though, was when we were in the vault, we saw about 10% of the security boxes, safety deposit boxes, with the lock cylinders permanently removed from the box. It makes me question the affordability and what moves the bank to phase these things out. This person sent me some pictures. It was a toothpaste that was purchased at the Dollar Tree. Originally, they paid $1 for it when it was still $1. And then they bought some more after it was $1.25, but they looked at the tubes and they were actually went from 5 ounces down to 4 ounces. So you had like a 20% decrease in size, and you also had a 25% rise or 25%. So you take the huge inflation and then you take less product. It is huge inflation. This Brooklyn teen who was jumped and stabbed by gang members earlier this week died of his wounds. He was attacked. Then there was another 15-year-old boy that was outside a Bronx recreation center, attacked. And there were 7 boys attacked another boy that was 17 years old and knifed him. A 16-year-old shot a New York Police Department officer. A 13-year-old boy opened fire outside of Queens High School, striking students as they waited for the bus. On and on and on. And these are kids. And then we had, I think, that 6-year-old shooting the teacher. We need to sit down and really think what we've done to this generation. It's probably a few things. It's probably taking God out of school. Probably some of them have no good family life, 2 parents that love and care for them. It's a lot of things, video games. But these kids are killing kids and killing adults, and we're not even in an SHT event. So if the level of violence is so high now, what will it be like when you have no clean drinking water, no food, no electricity? This person says, I get raw milk, and they're in Texas. Last year it started at $7.50 and then just went up on intervals of 50 cents. $8, $8.50. Today the delivery worker team told us February 4th will be $10 per gallon. Sticker shock for those in line for what is coming, but not surprising. This person said, please suggest www.drugs.com as a reference. Drug can be identified, side effects noted. You can also see if you can mix drugs. It's a great site. www.drugs.com. chickenslife.com. Check it out, please. At least bookmark it. This is in North Carolina, southeastern North Carolina. I want to let you know my hens, young and the old ones, stopped laying. All of a sudden, I saw another YouTuber talking about issues with the feed, so I switched feed, and now they're laying again. So if you're having problems with your birds, maybe switch your feed up. Definitely, at least it's getting closer to springtime. Chickens like lots of light. The more light you get them, the better chance you're going to have them continue laying year-round, and that would mean light in the chicken coop. So light is important, and definitely if the company you use have changed their feed ingredients, it could affect your chickens. This was from a Rural King, and this is in Missouri, and their town is a population of 8,000 people. Rural King got in 400 chickens, and they were sold out in less than 24 hours. This is from Southern Indiana. This is a local consignment auction has chosen to close its door due to government mandates that they might have to report anyone making over $600 in sales. They said in an online ad that they will not adhere to this law. So they are shutting down. There's absolutely no eggs whatsoever at Costco in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is from Wyoming. Went to the grocery store, went to pick up eggs, left the store without any eggs because, and I saw the pictures, and these were just regular eggs. A dozen eggs were $10.99. An 18 banger, $16.99. Incredible. I'm getting about 40 eggs a day. I wish I could sell them for $11 a dozen. I'd be rich in no time. This is a 60-year-old woman was attacked in a Kroger parking lot in Memphis. Just so many attacks. Tried to steal her purse, but security and a bystander intervened. My wife's cousin works at a Walmart pharmacy in Georgia. My wife mentioned to me just tonight that her cousin was told they will now be closing at 7 instead of 9, so I will assume this is a nationwide thing. On another note, my wife drinks the reduced sugar orange juice from Florida Naturals. On the side of the carton, it now says, due to poor crops, they are now mixing their orange juice with concentrate from Mexico. The carton is also noticeably smaller. If you've probably heard about the T-Mobile had a data breach and that exposed 37 million customers' sensitive personal information. So hopefully this is not one that happened to you. It included customers' names, email, billing addresses, and phone numbers. This is a local Fred Meyer's, a Kroger in Southern Oregon. No eggs, and they have a sign due to nationwide shortage. This came from an article someone sent me. Goldman Sachs reporting earnings that were worse than expected this week. The investment bank profits were down 66% from last year to $1.33 billion. Still don't sound too bad, $1.33 billion, but that is down 66%. Declining revenue and rising costs both took a big bite out of profits. And Goldman last week laid off 3,200 workers, and they probably will be laying off more. For the first time ever, my Costco was out of eggs. This is the Tri-City metropolitan area in Washington State. No eggs there. This person, I stopped at the local grocery store. This is Southern California. On my way to pick up a few things, I noticed they no longer have the anti-theft tops on the alcohol. I have no idea what that means. If you can't remove them, I don't know. But they also said a new thing is the front wheel locks when you exit the door if the checker forgets to unlock it. That's a new one. I know there were some that I think if you were trying to remove it out of the parking lot, they shut down, they lock up. We just bought a number 10 can of peanut butter powder from Augustin's Farms on sale on Amazon. Interesting. That is a 60 serving can. But the can we bought a year ago were 65 servings. Pay attention to shrinkflation, even in the emergency food industry. I learned of Sales on your show. This is the Sales local seed company, and I'll put a link for them again because this is a good report. I ordered strawberry plants and sunchokes. I think sunchokes are also artichokes. She had excellent communication, and they arrived 3 days after I ordered. The plants look great with planting instructions, including a great experience. It's always good to hear good reports of people. It's always risky for me because I don't want to say, hey, this is a good company, go spend your money there. But this company definitely, I'm hearing great things out of it. It's a small company, so I think they just want to give that personal touch. I will actually be hopefully ordering some of the sunchokes or the artichokes this week and starting some. I have a buddy that has some. I'm going to get some from him, hopefully, and then I'll have some of these, and so I can compare them. This person says, if you're using a mechanic that you don't know or trust, especially if you're out of town, tell them that you need the broken and used parts back. You can say it's for a warranty purpose, etc. The mechanic will be very hesitant if he's trying to scam you or overcharge you, since they're likely to be discovered. This happened when our daughter had our vehicle out of state in New York State. The repair shop said she needed a complete rear brake job, about $300 to $400. When she said her dad needed the parts back, magic. Only parts needed were the pads, and that was only a $100 bill. Especially good for anyone who is not mechanically inclined. This person said, this is from Coffee County, Tennessee. Police scanners have been going silent. They apparently have switched to digital comms or random encrypting, and that's going to continue. Less chances of you being able to hear them. They also said a body was found behind our Walmart. There was a suspected cartel member victim. Police silent when asked about a gunfight 2 weeks ago in their area, just suppressing information to the general public, and it's probably because of crime. A lot of places don't like to report their crime because it makes them look bad. It does not make people want to move into their area. It doesn't make businesses move in if you have a high crime rate. This was a ferry that sank, and it was a while ago, but the shipping company is now prohibiting electric vehicles on ferries. What happened was there was a fire. It was announced earlier this week that the Norwegian shipping company Havila has become the first company to prohibit EV cars on their ferries, following the sinking of one of their ferries last year, which was a result from a fire of an electric vehicle car battery. So now they're prohibiting electric, hybrid, hydrogen cars from entering their ferries. After risk analysis, it was concluded that the risk to the safety of the ship fleet was too great. If a car starts to burn, the fire can no longer be extinguished. So, if you're thinking, or you have to take a ferry a lot of times, and you're thinking about electric car, you might want to rethink that. There was over 3,828 cars. I saw this on the news, and these were some very expensive cars. There's Porsches, Bentleys, all kinds of very high-end cars. There's some Lamborghinis, and some of them were cars that were just one of one car. But over 3,828 cars were destroyed when it sank. I was at Walmart in a small town in southern West Virginia, and eggs were stocked well. So that's a good news. 60 pack is $19.97, so only 33 cents each. Before Christmas, it was $23 to $24. In November, I bought them for $16, so still way up, but at least going in the direction. So yes, definitely coming down a little bit, so that is good report. You've probably all heard about the 10 people that were killed, and I think 10 people were wounded. This was at celebrating the Lunar New Year's outside of Los Angeles. It was Saturday night. Just tragic shooting. This person said, work for the railroad company. We are hiring. They're giving $7,500 hiring bonuses, and that's the lower ones. Conductors in the Vancouver, Washington area can see a $20,000 bonus. I'm in the track department, and track labor starts at $30+ per hour, and you get good benefits. So I think it's bnsf.com/careers. bnsf.com/careers. If you're needing a job, check them out. Overnight, our gas prices jumped from $2.96 a gallon to $3.33. That's 37 cents, or about 12.5%. And this is a small town in northern New Mexico. A lot of reports, I have included them all, of gas prices just jumping 20 and 30 cents. I received a postcard from a local business, and it was stating a New York State code requiring annual water backflow tests for every home water system. But this is a scam. They actually have a requirement, but if you have a private well or personal home water, this doesn't cover you. So this company was sending these out. People were wanting to stay in compliance of the New York laws. But if you get something and you're not sure of it, call your Better Business Bureau. Call someone, because this company was scamming people. I guess they were coming and doing a test. Probably was a very quick test and probably charging them a lot of money to get or stay certified. But it was only, the law was only for, I guess, commercial establishments. I want to end this. David over at NC Renegade included a video a few days ago. This is a video of a shooting that occurred not far from me, actually, involving multiple law enforcement agencies. I'm going to end this Boots on the Ground a little early because I don't want you to say I don't have time to go check it out. I'll put the link in there. Go check the video out, please. An innocent man was shot. It could just as well be you or me if the police had to respond to our house. Hopefully justice will be done, but you need to watch this video because this guy did pretty much everything right. The only thing he did that might have been contributing to the cause, but it does not give a pass on the officer. They had thrown a little drone in, and he had picked it up and it was responding to going outside, and he opens the door and he was holding their drone, not a weapon, their drone, the little driving drone, and he was shot. So go watch it. I have law enforcement people in my family, but as we go on and on, I think law enforcement is suffering from getting qualified people in there. I think they're really quick to pull the trigger because maybe they're not trained, maybe they're scared. But it's a tragic situation. Go check it out. Thanks for watching.